This is Royce, once again bringing you narrated battle. Okay, I'm gonna start with my Azov. I'm gonna taunt him at first, making sure he doesn't do anything. And then I'm gonna lay out the stealth rocks. Then I'm gonna switch out into my bulky Gyarados. I'm gonna Dragon Dance. Get my Gyarados up in this time because the only thing it seems like his Spirit Tomb can do is Sucker Punch. And so, basically, I'm gonna Dragon Dance as much as I can. So, I get my last Dragon Dance in, so I'm going to bounce to avoid the Stone Edge that I know is going to be coming. So here I go, I'm going to bounce, and he's going to miss with the Stone Edge. We're going to hit, and then I get lucky and his Stone Edge misses, so I'm going to go for a Waterfall, which I'm hoping is going to take him out, which it does. I'm pretty sure my Gyarados could probably took one hit, but it wouldn't have been too pretty. So he's going to send out his Celebi. And so I'm going to taunt his Celebi before his Celebi does anything, which I expected the Paris song, so of course that's why I was taunting it. So once all this goes, I'm going to try to Dragon Dance some more. His Celebi only knows Struggle, and it does minor damage, so I was pretty pleased with that. Now he's going to send out his Tentacruel, and I'm going to bounce once more. And so I'm up there, getting ready to come down, and then I miss. And then it gets worse. His hidden power ends up being electric, which has a 4 times against my Gyarados, and it was not pretty. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bounce again. I'm just going to Waterfall. Which this Waterfall takes a really hefty chunk out of him, so I think I should have Waterfalled the first time instead of missing with Bounce. Well, Gyarados dies, and I was like, So I sent out my Azov, which knows Psychic, and he's going to use his Umbreon to block the Psychic. So I'm going to taunt his Umbreon, expecting his Umbreon to either curse or something, which his Umbreon's actually going to wish, which I'm suspecting he was going to try to heal with his Tentacruel. So I'm going to take my Azov, and I'm going to switch him out with my Machamp. And he predicts the Machamp, and he blocks it with the Spirit Tomb. Because, Machamp's not too good against Spirit Tomb. So I'm going to try to take his Spirit Tomb back, payback. But he's going to Will-O-Wisp me. And I was like, okay, I can take a Will-O-Wisp. It's like nothing too big. I got rest. So, remember at the beginning of the game that Spirit Tomb tried to use Taunt on my Azov. Well, now he used it on my Machamp, and technically my Machamp is like completely useless against Spirit Tomb right now. Can only knock out like 10 damage against him. So I'm gonna send out my Salamence. My Salamence, is a beast. This is my choice Mence, so I'm gonna Draco Meter and just overkill. I mean, there's nothing better than a good overkill. I was expecting him to use a Sucker Punch, but I don't know what he was going to use, so I think he might have thought that was my DD Mence, so that was good. Okay, he sends out a Starmie, which that has Fire Blast, but I can't do anything with that, so I'm going to Taunt, which he sends out his Umbreon anyways, so I'm going to switch out to my Machamp, who's gonna finally have a chance to rest. Oh no, I'm gonna use Dynamic Punch right here, so that way his Celebi's confused. So I have a chance of getting by with rest. Somewhat okay, not being significantly overwhelmed. So I'm gonna rest now, and he's gonna end up Leech Seeding me, which is gonna haunt me for a while. But I'm finally gonna get this stupid burn off. And my Machamp's finally going to show him what he has. Because, with that burn on, Machamp is, completely useless. Half his attack, and, he's taking damage by the Sandstorm, and he's only healing up a little bit. With that Leech Seed, it would have been horrible. So he's going to send out the Starmie. I'm going to Dynamic Punch with my Sleep Talk. And if you do not know, when you use Sleep Talk, it takes the PP of Sleep Talk and not Dynamic Punch. Okay, so I get lucky again, go out with another Dynamic Punch, and it's gonna hurt itself, and I'm like, woohoo, this is great. So I'm finally getting back up, and 2 turns, I'm gonna Dynamic Punch him again after that good roost, and so he's going to drop down quite a bit of health. And so my Machamp's gonna go on a rampage again for a while with dynamic punches, but he's gonna send out a Celebi, which does not take a good hit by dynamic punch. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about sending him a Mence or maybe my Azelf. Azelf has explosion, which would be a good idea. Mence has fire blast. I'm like, but I'm gonna rest because there's not too much that my Machamp can't take. And anyways, if he's at half health, I can't send him out to block anything or use him to wall or... So I'm gonna send out my Azelf like I was saying I was thinking of. But I thought that switching out counted as one of the turns of rest for Machamp, so that will be a later thing that's gonna hurt me. Okay, so just remember that as I go through. And I'm gonna explode my Azelf. And I'm like, woohoo! Celebi down. And I was like, man, Celebi survived? And I was like, man. So I'm gonna send out my Mence to finish him off with a Fire Blast and overkill him. Which ends up killing his Tentacruel, which isn't too bad. Since, Tentacruel can hurt me. So I'm gonna be stupid and try to take on this Umbreon, which uses Wish. And I was pretty sure he was going to curse, predicting me switching out, but guess not. And the stupid Protect Umbreon, he's like the Vaporeon Umbreon thing, so, So now, since I'm going out, I send out my Machamp once more. Now, I only think that I only have one turn of sleep left, so I'm going to rest talk this turn. But next turn, I'm going to be stupid and forget. Oh, and the Celebi dies for my rocks, which overpleased me. I was like, ah. And so his Starmie barely survives my rocks and then roosts. Okay, so that's the turn that I thought that I was supposed to wake up because I switched out before, but it doesn't. He's gonna heal up with Roost. I'm gonna whack him with the Dynamic Punch. It's gonna knock him all the way down. Now he's confused, and I'm at close to full health, I'm gonna Dynamic Punch him again, and he's dead. So I'm gonna go for the next one, and basically, Machamp's gonna win this game, since, Umbreon does not like fighting type, and, that's game. Good game. Please rate and subscribe. Watch it again.